Yeah, I think his work is. I mean, his work was staggering, absolutely. So we just found out right before we came over, and it was a huge loss for the fashion industry as a whole. And my heart goes out to all of his friends and colleagues. And yeah, you know, it's tough. I didn't know him personally, but it's a tough loss for the industry.
He was one of my favorite designers. I think it's so sad, and I heard about it today and I didn't even believe it. So my heart goes out to his family because I don't know how you deal with that.
You look great. That's great. Okay, so first of all, I mean,
huge fan. He's amazing, and it's very, very sad, and I feel for his family.
We found out by our stylist here, Grant, and he told us, and my first reaction was I just didn't believe it. We're also like in a bubble here, so I couldn't read it. I couldn't read it online. I didn't see it in a newspaper. I didn't see it on TV. So I felt it was a horrible, ugly rumor. And unfortunately, it's not the case, and I was speechless.
Yeah, I mean, it's horrible and shocking. And he was an incredible... I am not worthy. He was an amazing talent. He was incredibly creative. I loved what he did every single season. It was incredibly beautiful. I mean, I think that I just always looked up to him as an incredible talent, and it's a huge loss and awful. I mean, he was amazing. He was an amazing designer.
He was one of the few men's designers that I looked to every season with real interest of what he did, because I always felt there was something for me to learn from it and to be inspired by.
And
there are very few, if any, besides McQueen that I feel that way about.
His shows were like out of control.
Oh, I was saddened by it. I was really kind of got a sick feeling in my stomach from it. I can't believe it. It's to lose a talent so great as he is just shocking to me. I love fashion so much, and for someone to, take their life at such a young age, I hope that he's happier now. But he will be, sadly. I'll miss him. I'll miss his clothes. I'll miss his style.
I found out when we were getting ready to go into the show at 10 o'clock, and I saw it on Twitter. But Twitter's one of those things, people die on Twitter all the time. So, like people like to just put things out there to see how much it'll get retweeted. So I was like, oh. And then we saw the show, and then I went and I Googled it, and then all the credible news sources started posting it, and I was like, oh my God. So I immediately called like all my, really fashion-focused friends, and I'm like, did you hear? And everybody's like really upset, and it's like shocking. But at the same time, it's very dark and profound, which is, I feel like, what Alexander McQueen is known for. Like, if you look at his store windows, they're very dark with, just very morbid windows lots of times, and everything's very strange. And it'd be one thing if it was, an accident, but since they're saying that he took his own life, I feel like it's a statement, and I'm waiting to see what the follow-up is.
It's definitely a shock. I think that a lot of reactions will come out of it. I think that a lot more people want to be interested in going to the show and trying to see the last show of Alexander McQueen.
Well, 3 days ago, or a few days ago, his mother Joyce actually died, and I know that he had a really close relationship with her, so I know that probably affected him. And also March 7th, it's close, about a month away from marking the anniversary of the suicide of Isabella Blow, and that's basically the woman that took him from his graduate show and basically plucked him out and said, this is going to be the next big designer. In 1994 they met, and I know they were extremely close friends, and after her death he named his spring 2008 collection. It was dedicated to her. So